Hello, Caroline from Maths Insider, and today I want to talk about teen math problems. So just last month I was speaking to a parent and she said, how can my child have got to 13 years old and he doesn't know how to do long division? Well, there are three reasons why your child probably can't do long division. Number one, maybe he can, but he just can't do it when you're standing over him growling, what's going on, he can't do long division. Number two, it could be that he can do long division, but he's just forgotten a step, and so he's messing everything up, messing up the whole question. And number three, yeah, maybe he just doesn't know how to do long division. Maybe he was away from school that day, or the teacher went through it really quickly that week when they were doing it a few months ago. Or maybe he just really didn't get it and was too shy to ask, and it didn't come up in the school report and the teacher just didn't tell you. So what's a parent to do? Well, number one, don't make a huge thing about it. The thing about teenagers is that they need you, but they don't need you. And so the worst thing you can do is make a huge thing out of it and make it into like, oh, you can't do long division and your room is a mess and look at those clothes that you wear. And it's so tempting as a parent, I've got two teens of my own, to just unload everything in one go. So just don't do that. Come up with a plan to just deal with that particular issue, the long division, but actually don't make it into a big, huge deal. Make it seem as though it's a plan that they've actually come up with, and just be calm about it. Say, okay, you can't do the long division, let's figure out a way to tackle this. The next step is to actually figure out why can't they do the long division. What is it about long division that they cannot do? There's so many elements in even one simple long division question. So really, in order to do long division, a student needs to know their times tables, they need to know subtraction facts, they need to know how to do subtraction with borrowing or a method for two-digit subtraction. They need to be able to line up their numbers correctly in whichever method they're using. They need to be able to read their own writing so that the numbers appear clear, so that they're not making mistakes because they can't read their writing. They need to remember whatever algorithm they've been taught to do this, and then do that, and then do this, and then do that with the long division. So exactly which step of the long division is causing them the problem. If their times tables aren't fluent and they're taking ages to figure out how many 8s are there in 64, tackle that issue first. Just deal with the times tables. They'll probably think, oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with this, it doesn't matter. But actually say to them, look, it is important. So here's a times tables app, or here's a times tables list you can just keep with you, and we'll test you in the car tomorrow on a particular times table. Make it really casual, but deal with it, because that's really important. If they're struggling with subtraction, help them, just make sure that they're clear on how to do it. With teenagers, I often just find a video on YouTube and send it to them and say, hey, look, there's a video on this topic, might be useful. And then check to see if they've watched it, check to see they've understood it, and find one on subtraction with borrowing. Or on the step-by-step how to do long division, so that they feel as though it's not you sitting over them and teaching them how to do X, Y, Z. They've got a way of actually accessing the knowledge themselves, which might not be clear in the actual textbook that they've been given. In the Maths Insider Secrets program, I go through step-by-step, show you step-by-step how to figure out what are the gaps in your child's knowledge. And I show you the exact free websites that you can use to figure out what those gaps are and develop a plan to fill in those gaps. So there'll be a link to the Maths Insider Secrets program somewhere around this video. So click on there, all the information's there. If you've got any questions, just drop me an email, caroline@mathsinsider.com. Until next time.